Hey buddies, welcome to a late night lonesome. It is almost 2 a.m. my time, meaning that we got about 10 a.m. A lot of people waking up. There's Bonefoot. It's about 11 o'clock a.m. for him. Hopefully this will be a good show for you European buddies today. I slept for 16 hours, maybe more, yesterday, just through all daylight I was asleep. I don't know why, but I was sleepy. And as I said to Becky before I came out here today, I'm in the right business, because I can do that with my fucked up sleeping. My circadian rhythm is non-existent, and I'm okay with that. I can't not be okay with it because it's a fact. All right, so I have some killing to do. I just recently, made my way into the unseen village, I think. Yeah. And there's a dude I get to kill now. I got a weapon damage notice? Oh, fuck. I guess I'm headed back again after a 1-minute loading screen. Yeah, I think it's the unseen village, and there's a dude to kill. It seems like I've turned over a new portion of the game. I would guess that I'm halfway at this point. I unlocked the blood moon, which is right there, which is interesting because there's a blood moon happening in 1 hour here in Vancouver. Mark my words, guys, an update for loading times will not happen. It's so easy to promise that and hope that everybody just disregards the loading time issue and just buys the game anyways. Much harder to deliver. I might be wrong, but I just regard loading times as a fundamental thing, ground up type of game issue, that if you weren't nipping that in the bud from the beginning of the development of your game, you're probably not going to get to fix it down the road. Oh, I think the notification was for my electrical. Jar says it isn't a game you should ignore over load times, but I would contend that it's also a game you shouldn't give 90 plus scores to when it has load times like these. Anyways, I don't want to start the show off. The reason I'm so hard on the game is because critics have been so nice to the game. It feels like I need to fight back a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Melly. What about the frame rate issues? You don't mind that it has frame rate issues in a game where frame rate and smooth gameplay is pinnacle? All right, each to their own. But I understand the Souls franchise is a cult and that we can forgive it of all of its flaws. I'm glad it gave the confirmation for reawakening. Jesus. Oh, I'm being sliced through the wall. Is this an issue? I don't know. Would you guys consider that an issue? The fact that I got sliced right here from the guy inside the elevator? And now the fact that he's doing nothing, even though I'm standing... Oh. Is that an issue to you? Do you think this is a problem? Alright, so where am I right now? Alright, I was kind of waiting to die because after demonstrating my disdain with the no clipping issues. I love the game, Becky, you're right, and that's why I nitpick, but I also nitpick because the game has glaring issues that most reviewers seem not to have pointed out or at least taken into consideration when they rated it. But I would say that loading, frame rate, and clipping issues are all major issues. And what I'm saying is, for a game that got 90 plus, if they ironed out those 3 issues, the game, by most review scores, should go into the 110 to 120 range, and that doesn't make sense. You can't go above 100 and no out of 100 score, and that's the point. Reviewers didn't take into consideration the issues to give it room for improvement. What's the point of a review score if you can't give it room for improvement? That's what scores are for. I guess, yeah, the review scores could go up to 110. That's not a critique of Metacritic, that's a critique of reviewers. Fuck reviewers, they all suck. So many of them fucking suck. Oh wait, I still hadn't explored that other area. That's what I've been doing before I came here. I'm happy not to be a reviewer, I'll tell you that much though. Because you'd actually have to do your job right. Not that that seems to be a standard today. Doing your job right as a reviewer. But that's why I don't consider myself one, because I would have to do so much work to do a job that I would consider adequate as a reviewer. So you know, I've been shy to use this sword in the game so far, and I've been using the hammer a lot, and I shouldn't have been doing that because I'm thinking of them as 2 separate weapons, when in actuality, it's still the sword, even though I'm using it's still the hammer, even though I'm using the sword, which means it still has an A scaling on strength. So I should just continue to use the sword. That's why I've been kind of shying away from it, because I figured that somehow this was the thing that had A scaling on strength, but it's not true. It almost seems like it shouldn't be allowed that the sword has A scaling on strength. It goes against the whole idea of strength scaling and why it's applied to certain weapons. But I'm okay with it, because... What am I at for strength now? 41. I had a dream that I had 60 strength in this game. Yes, I'm that fucking lame. I had a dream about my strength scaling in Dark Souls. Alright, so these dogs are going to keep on coming back if I'm not fast. Yeah, swing the sword harder, but you could apply that to every weapon. Why would the sword have a strength scaling when other weapons don't, is my point. It makes sense for a club to have A on strength scaling, whereas a sword, a small sword you would expect would have like half of its scaling be skill, half of it be strength. It's not just brute strength, is what I'm saying. Alright, so I finished up down there. Is there anything else in this? Oh, there's where I'm going. Or no, I've been down there. So that's it. Alright, I guess I'm headed up now. Unless... yeah, so I'm... oh shit, you fucking dog. Where's your bell ringer? That's what I want to know. You okay there, K16? I found a bell ringer. And I almost fell down that pit. Hey, wait, I want that. No, I don't want to descend the ladder. I want this item. There we go. Sweet. What's down there? Should I go down there? How would a cat, how is the, how does it make sense that that was a cat that did that? He typed the same thing exactly 3 times. I don't know if a cat could do that. I don't even know if a cat could hit Control V over and over that effectively. Control V, enter, Control V, enter, Control V, enter. Perfectly each time. 3 times. Shit. I've been having a hard time in this game determining or noticing when an enemy's poise has actually been broken, or like some of them seem to recover from it extremely quickly, poise breaking, faster than previous games. So there's a couple places I need to explore around here. Does the bell ringer come back? Yes, she does. Of course she does. God damn it. Which means I should go kill her first. Why am I having so much trouble with this fucking shit? What happened there is I tried to press L1 to combo out to get the sword out, but I forgot that L1 with this weapon isn't fast to go back down to the smaller version of the weapon. It's actually quite slow. I was hoping to go in, do a big smash, and then swipe with my sword like this. Oh, wrong thing. I was hoping to go like this, and then press L1, but that's how slow it is. And if you're interrupted while doing that, then it still doesn't get the sword out, so you're still stuck after that. Oh, that's a fun combo. That's fun. But I don't think I'll use that often. He hit me while facing the other direction. Isn't that neat? What the fuck is happening here? It's like I'm playing a completely different game suddenly than the first minute of today's playthrough. Or like first 10 minutes. Codemite thinks that hammer from standing L1. But it doesn't do that. What do you mean, hammer from standing? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. While you're standing, do L1 and immediately R1 when you strap the blade in or out? Really? So while hammer... Isn't that the same attack as a normal R1? It seems like the exact same attack. It makes a slightly different sound. Why did I suck so much earlier? I wonder what I just picked up. Oh, fuck! Saw him at the last second. Just barely saw him in time. Well, I didn't see him in time, is the problem. Alright, so that way does that. What's this way? Where did I come from? There. Oh, so this is... this area, I understand now. Oh, you can actually get up here from down there? I ran past it so fast I had no idea. Interesting. So what's in here? What's all the hullabaloo about this door for? What are you guys, what's what? It seems like they're warning me about something. Is it bad in there or is it a good thing in there? Yikes. I wonder what that Tempering Blood Gem 5 does. That seems like it's probably pretty good. Because I skipped a number even. Physical attack up by 18%. Yeah, I think I'll equip that. Oh, I see where I am. Alright, back up. I'm gonna go to where I killed the bell ringer. Which is this way. And I'm gonna go down that ladder and see what's down there. Oh, it's just a shortcut to the boss? Alright. I guess I could just run back. Can I make it without dying? Or should I use a Bold Hunter's Mark? How much do Bold Hunter's Mark cost back home? Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna save some time. I'm not going back to use my souls to upgrade because I feel like these souls were kind of ill-gotten, so I'm just gonna get blood vials. So the reason that I don't like to level up faster than I feel that I should in this game, the reason I only level up with souls that I collected by killing guys once instead of multiple times like I did there, if I ever retrieve my souls, I make sure I don't spend them to level up. Because I don't want to get stronger than I feel like I should in the game, because I want it to continue to be challenging. Because I felt in Souls games, it's easy to make the game too easy if you level up too quickly. And it's easy to level up too quickly if you continuously kill enemies on your way up to the next part and recollect your souls over and over and over again. my ideal Souls game would mean that every time you level up, every single baddie in the world levels up with you. So the only real strategy behind leveling up isn't to make yourself more powerful per se, it's to make you more customized. So the whole idea is that if you want to make yourself a strength character, then you're concentrating on a certain kind of strategy. So you're getting stronger by tailoring the character to your play style. So the real strength comes from strategy and honing and being specific as to where you're upgrading and being like strategic, tactical, instead of just becoming more powerful, period. So everybody says that that guy in the wheelchair is supposed to come back, but I haven't found him. There's nothing easy about what waits for you after this boss. You know what? You guys said that when I started the game, but I found it to be nothing but kinda easy compared to the previous Souls games. When you compare the battles that I've done to like, what's his name? Sir Sith, and like so many of the Dark Souls battles were way more challenging. I want to buy, oh yeah, I want to temper with a new thing. Tempering Blood Gem 2. Upgrade it to, oh my Christ. Holy fuck. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. My Kirk hammer just got so much more fucking powerful. What is this add physical attack 0.48? It's like this murky bloodstone increases the physical attack of... Oh, okay, I see what it means. Never mind. Yeah, I think I've got the right bloodstones on here. And then I'm just going to use these souls to go buy some blood vials, because I hate when I run out of blood vials, especially going into a boss battle like this. Yeah, I would say that Dark Souls 1 is the best Souls experience, having not played Demon Souls. Everybody says that Demon Souls is awesome too. But I think that Dark Souls 1 had the best level design, world design. This one's pretty good. It all wraps around itself pretty nicely. But Dark Souls 1 included your actual camp area, right? Like the actual area that you hang out with, the bonfire, the main bonfire. I like that it was included in the design, whereas they separated the Hunter's Dream this time around. And I feel like that was a little bit of a phoning it in a little bit, because I loved how in the original, in Dark Souls 1, how everything wrapped around the main bonfire so perfectly. I think this is the fastest way to get there, just running through everything. There's other shortcuts, but I don't see a reason to take them when I can just run past these guys, as long as they don't spit at me too much. I think just running straight there is the best option. This is the most difficult part, though, is the spitting. To avoid this completely is a bit of a challenge, especially when you're on the other side of them. But I made it. So I'm going to attempt this guy now with the sword. I almost killed him first try with the hammer. I don't know if the sword will stagger him as much as... Ouch. Now I'm going to switch the sword and see what it does differently. All right, so that happened. He's dead. I got a yellow backbone from it. So it feels as though that guy, and I just want to show you guys, I'm not that high a level. Well, is that high for this area? I don't think so. Like people have seen who've watched this whole playthrough, I've only upgraded. Like I've left souls on the ground if I felt like I collected too many. It's exact for this area. Yeah, so the reason I think that boss battle was so easy is because he was so easy to poise break. He kept on falling on the ground. And that's under leveled according to Sandora's. That's the strategy for that guy. He poise breaks very easily, so just beat the shit out of him. I had to use 4 blood vials through all that. If I had been more careful, I could have done it without, of course. See, this is another problem I have, though. It's like people use terms like over-leveled, like saying that my weapon is over-leveled. What does that mean? I used every resource that was given to me throughout the game, and I put it all into the weapon that I like. Is that over-leveling? Did the designers not intend for my weapon to be that powerful at this point? Then they should have designed the game differently. Like, what does it mean to say it's over-leveled?
Welcome home.
Does it mean I
Hunter.
cheated?
What is it you desire? Very well, let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
But that blood gem, finding that blood gem just means that you have to explore, because that was not a randomly generated gem. That was just sitting there in a corner. Might be that new players might experiment and spread the resources out. That's true, because I'm a veteran player of Souls now, so like I know exactly how I like to play. But that still doesn't make my weapon overleveled. It just means that I knew that I wanted to be a strength-based character and concentrated on strength and a strong weapon. Same here, I've never had that much damage even at 74, really? But anyways, I have to reiterate that I think that the perfect Souls game would be a game where every time you level up yourself or your weapon, all of the enemies in the world level up with you immediately, the second that you level up. So it'll make you think every time you go to level up, you'll think, like, do I really want to put in a point into my, like, when you have random points left over, you'll be like, do I want to spend these on leveling up, or am I good where I am right now? Do I like how my character is? Do I really want every character, every other baddie in the world to get stronger by putting in that one more point into endurance? Or am I good? Am I good here? You know? Bloodstone shards for sale. I don't need them. I'm just seeing if there's anything to buy here. New stake driver, don't need that. A rope Molotov. A Molotov that is thrown behind. Interesting. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna go check for the wheelchair dude. Ah. I don't think I'm really good, Leica. I'm not that good.
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
I'm tactical. That's all I'll say, is I'm tactical.
Let me stand.
I'm gonna keep on going strength, and this is my tactics. Putting it all into strength. My next level requires 20,000 blood echoes. So anyways, by defeating that guy,
hunter.
More like tactical.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
It's that, and I'm very all in. I put all my points into strength because I knew exactly what I like. Anyways, to my point also about every baddie in your world leveling up with you. That's other. I would also say that respecking should still be a thing. And that jives with the whole Dark Souls rebirth thing, right? Like you're reborn over and over. Why shouldn't you get to respec every time? I think that you should be able to respec, and that would allow you to experiment with where you put your points. And if you feel like the baddies in the world have become too powerful for you based on how you leveled your character, you'll adjust. What was I gonna do here? Oh yeah, I wanted to see what that thing I picked up was. Yellow backbone? Special material used in the Holy Chalice ritual. Okay. So that's all for these areas, right? Like I could go up to these and start. You can use ritual blood, or you can use... I've only got one chalice though, and it only takes blood, so I guess the other chalices... So this chalice takes ritual blood. I assume that this one takes, like, each one takes a different material. So I'm short on chalices. I have tons of chalice ritual material, I just don't have the right chalices to use them all. Alright, let's go see what I unlocked, I guess. Advent Plaza is the new area. I was just thinking about, yeah, so what I've been saying about all the enemies in your area level up as you level up, isn't that what happens in Borderlands New Game Plus? I think in Borderlands New Game Plus, every time you level up, every other enemy does. Or maybe it's done in tiers, like every time you hit the 10th level on your character, everybody levels up or something like that. It's something like that. Whereas on your first playthrough of Borderlands, you can easily overlevel. And I feel like that kind of game design is the perfect thing for a game like this, because it doesn't take away the fun of leveling. Everybody loves leveling up, the feeling that you're customizing your character. But I think most people would say that they don't like the idea of becoming stronger than their enemies. Who wants to be stronger than their enemies? Like, Mario wouldn't be fun if by the time you get to World 8, you're just, like, I don't know what a good analogy would be. Like, you're just kicking Goombas out of the way instead of having to stomp on them anymore. Yeah, the enemies up there that were shooting down at me, I saw them, and the reason that they didn't affect me that much was because, one, half of those fireballs didn't even hit me. Two, because they were hitting the body of the baddie I was fighting. And two, every time they did hit me, I just kept on slicing at the boss, and that got all my health back. I was just using the strategy that they kind of put in the game for this particular Souls game. That's what makes this Souls game so different, is that you can regain the health that you just lost by being aggressive. All right, yeah, my high vitality is what paid off. And to my credit, I identified that early on as a good strategy in this game, to have high vitality. You want to, more than any other Souls game, you want to be able to survive blows so that you can get that shit back. You want to be able to regain that vitality again. And the only way to do it is to have high vitality so that you can survive those initial blows. Anyways, I'm going to take a break here. Going to be back, see what's hidden through this door. Looks like a guy on a throne. Maybe a new chapter to the game. Stay tuned, guys. Video Games Awesome Life continues.